Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Stephanie. Me and Jen have made this nice video for you today on tie-dye nails. We actually only ended up doing one nail on each hand tie-dye, and I am terribly disappointed. I feel like we should have done every nail tie-dye, and I love it so much that we'll be definitely doing more of these. So we're starting here with the cuticle prep. Jen has used our Blue Cross cuticle remover on my fingers, and now she's going in with a glass cuticle pusher and pushing back all of those cuticles. And now Jen's going to go in with her e-file with her cuticle bit. She's just going to go around each of my cuticles and make sure that all the dead skin and everything is off of my nail bed. Now we're just going to go in and do a little bit of extra filing. We have already shaped my nails, so just a little extra filing. Make sure all my edges are nice and smooth before we go in for the dip. So we've washed and dried my hands using a non-greasy dish soap. We used Dawn soap today. And then Jen is going in with the keratin bond and dehydrating all those nail beds so that we can start dipping. The color we're using today is Color Dips Meant to Be Mint. It is a nice light mint color, and I've used this one before and I really like it. We have our Triple D liquids that we're using today. The nail base on this is really nice. It's a nice thin nail base. The activator works very well. We do not use step 3. We do a UV top coat. I find that the gel top coat really hides any imperfections in your nails. It gives it a really nice long-lasting shine, and it's very simple to use. Step 3 can be kind of difficult and dry, patchy, and matte in some areas, and I've seen just a lot of them not turn out well. So the gel top coat has been super easy. You do need a lamp to cure it, which you will see at the end of this video. But overall, I would say it's definitely a better option than using step 3. That's just our opinion, though. So as you can see, Jen is avoiding the cuticle areas on this first dip. She's probably going about 2/3 of the way up my nail. I'm gonna brush off all that excess. And every time she does a layer, she's gonna get a little bit closer to the cuticle area. You're gonna wanna really avoid those cuticle areas with your powder, with your top coats, all of the above. Because if you have any pooling or if you get it onto your skin, it's just gonna separate and it's gonna cause lifting. Your manicures are not gonna last nearly as long as they would if you avoid that area. Also, this will build your apex, which will give you a nice rounded shape to your fingernails. I have very flat nail beds, and even still with doing this, I think I struggle with having flat nails, but it definitely is better than just not doing it this way. Tap, tap, tap. Go around and scrape those cuticle areas with a toothpick or an orange stick. Tap, tap, tap. And so on this layer, Jen is going to avoid the middle nail. The middle nail is the one we're going to do the tie-dye on. So we wanted to get just kind of a thin base of that green on there so that when we dip the other colors or tap the other colors on top of that finger, it's got something to kind of go over so we don't see the nail bed underneath it, and we just are making sure we have full coverage. So tape, tap, So now Jen is going to go in and activate 4 out of the 5 nails. She's not going to activate that middle nail that we're going to do the tie-dye on, but get these activated and let them set while we're doing the rest of the nails. Now we get to the exciting part, the tie-dye nail. So we're using Joya Mia JMDP 22. We're using Quick Dip Vivid Pink. And then we have a custom purple color that we had mixed up. We were actually trying to dupe Revel's Vogue color, and it didn't quite turn out that way. But we're going to use it here on this tie-dye today. So we have purple, green, pink, and orange. And we're going to use these 4 colors for our tie-dye. We're going to need a couple of different brushes for this, so we're not mixing colors. A napkin or something to wipe your brushes off in between color. A nice fluffy brush. Please excuse all the noise out here while I'm doing this voiceover. So we're going to do a full layer of nail glue, or Pro Base. I apologize. Go in with that first color, and you're just going to want to tap over the area where you want it. Tap, 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 tap. Sprinkle that on there. The nice thing about this tie-dye is that it doesn't have to be exact. You can kind of play with the colors on each layer. Now she's going in with the purple color that we mixed up. Now with the orange. And this is actually the first time that we've ever done this. So you are learning with us, guys. So now you're going to want to go back in with another layer of Pro Base. And this time, instead of starting with pink and going from there, we're going to start with the green and kind of work back the way we came. And that'll give you more of a tie-dye effect and kind of make sure that there's no harsh lines in your nail design. So on this layer, we're going to do green and purple because I wanted a little bit more green in this nail. And then the other side, instead of doing the pink and the orange, we're going to dump a little bit of clear on the other side. And then after this layer, we're just going to do a full layer of clear just to make sure when we go back in and file that we're not filing off any of that color. Can we just take a minute here to really appreciate how beautiful this nail turned out? Jen really executed this properly and did an amazing job. I love all the bright colors. It just turned out so beautifully. And we were both in shock the whole time we were doing it. And the other nail turned out really well too. I'll try to throw a picture of that on the end of here for you guys. Jen's going to go in and now activate this nail, and then we'll start filing. This went on really well, so there's not a whole lot of filing we needed to do here. It wasn't very lumpy or clumpy. You will really avoid a lot of filing if you just do nice thin layers throughout your manicure. She's almost just using this more to rough it up in spots too, so that the gel has something a little rougher to adhere to. But it turned out beautifully. I'm so impressed. Once you're done filing, you're going to want to take a wipe and just kind of get all that dust off of there. Make sure there's nothing on your fingers for your top coat. You can wash your hands if you'd like. Just use water and make sure they're 100% dry before you go in with your top coat. We're just going to file the edges, make sure everything's smoothed out again so we don't have anything to snag on. Most of the shaping should be done, but just any extra spots of dip or filing lines that you've had. Now we're going to go in with our no wipe UV gel. Nice thin layers of this. I forgot to mention that this is a matte gel top coat. Not that it necessarily matters, but just so you know what the finished product's gonna look like. Now we're gonna pop these in the light for 60 seconds and cure. Holy cannoli, look at how good those look. So impressed with this. That matte gel top coat turned out beautifully. The nails are super soft, almost velvety, if you will. Love, love, love it. We're going to throw some cuticle oil on here, and that will wrap up our manicure for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you have a very amazing day. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and follow us on Instagram at GalPaleNails. Bye, guys.